Today is an exciting day here at Kirby Allison. It is unboxing day. Now, whenever a box about this size shows up at the office, I always get a little bit excited because you know what? I know it's a pair of shoes. And there's few things I love more than a new pair of shoes. Only exception possibly could be a cigar. But this is a pair of shoes, and it is a new pair of shoes made by one of London's newest bespoke shoemakers, Adam Law. Now, if you have been watching this channel from the beginning, if you're an OG, someone going back all the way to my beginning days of my bespoke journey, you know Adam Law. Of course, because he was the bespoke shoemaker for George Cleverly. Now, he's since left, I think 2 years ago, and his non-compete's up, and he's now finally free to go work for himself, and he's set up his own independent shoemaking firm, which is really exciting because he takes that entire tradition that he's developed over the 30, 40 years of his career and is now offering it without any restraint to quality, to detail, or to any of the other finer points that matter. And that makes me excited. So whenever Adam reached out and proposed the idea of doing a video series together, for one, it was great to reconnect because I've always had a profound appreciation for Adam and his talent as a shoemaker. But it, I guess, was an opportunity to think a little bit outside the box on terms of what it is that I would have made. Because from the beginning days at Cleverly to today, it's been a pretty long journey, and I've had a lot of shoes made, but I've not ever had a pair of Chukka boots made. Now, Chukka boot, you'd think, is that really something you'd have made bespoke? And I guess the short answer is why not? Everything bespoke is better than what's not. And so why not use this opportunity to have a pair of shoes made, or a pair of boots that I've never had made before, and that is a Chukka boot. Now, the Chukka boot falls into an interesting category of footwear. Interesting, I'd say maybe only within the context of me, in that it is not a formal shoe. It's not something that I'm wearing with a suit or a tie, but somewhat contradictorily, it's actually a pair of shoes that I may wear more than almost anything else in my wardrobe. Because whenever it comes to the weekend, whenever it comes to going out with my kids, whenever it comes to me just putzing around Dallas on an ordinary day, more often than not, I'm wearing a pair of jeans, a bespoke, let's call it dress denim from Dividge Bespoke, a nice button-up shirt, maybe even a Guayabera like our Bud Guayabera, and a pair of Chukka boots. Maybe a pair of casuals like loafers from Dominic Casey, but generally a pair of Chukka boots because, again, they're comfortable, good support, still dressy, right? I mean, not flip-flops, so they work, but still casual. And so therein, I guess, lied the idea for this commission. Now, we have a full series of videos. One, the Bespoke Commission, a little bit about Adam Law, and then we filmed also in the studio here in Dallas a fitting with Adam for this pair of boots. And now it's time to take a look at the finished product. So here we have it, shipped straight to my door. Now, it would have been great to be able to pick these up in London, but alas, I didn't have that opportunity. And so here we are. So let's unbox these babies. Okay, so a nice green box. Good packaging, right? Nothing crazy, but you don't want that. Okay, there we have it. Look at that. Now, this is pretty cool. So look at the box, right? Adam Law. I have to say, really good branding here on Adam's part. I mean, what's interesting here is Adam setting up his own independent shoemaking company for the first time. Really had to make all these decisions. I mean, what is my website going to look like? What's my branding going to be? And I have to say, this is really perfect for Adam. I mean, the green, it's almost a British racing green, really evokes that sense of tradition that you find within shoemaking, but not just any shoemaking, proper West End London shoemaking. I mean, that is the heart of bespoke shoemaking. And then I like the font of his logo right here, Adam Law. Again, slightly contemporary, really kind of signaling that, this is truly a new chapter in Adam's career as a bespoke shoemaker, no longer being constrained by a shoemaking firm that has its house design and its quotas and everything else, being able to really break out, really break free in many ways, and pursue a higher quality standard, an uncompromising commitment to quality, but also more latitude to be creative and to do his own thing. So that's very exciting, and I'm very excited to see Adam have that opportunity in his career to do it. But we're not here for the story, we're here for the shoes, so let's take a look at these. Nice little note. Dear Kirby, thank you for your support. Hope you enjoy wearing these chukkas as much as I enjoyed making them. Best regards, Adam Law. So this is a nice little beautiful embossing with gold foil. So again, great attention to detail as one would expect from someone like Adam. He even has branded tissue paper. It's impressive, right? So that's even printed with his name, right? A small detail. I point that out only in so much as, as a small independent shoemaker, that's one of the things I easily would have just skipped out on and just did proper or simple white paper. But again, Adam really kind of, doing this to the nines. All right. So we've got shoe bags, matching shoe bags, of course. All right, let's get all this tissue paper back inside. Put the note in. Okay. All right, so there we have it, beautiful matching shoe bags, and I can see these beautiful chukkas poking out. So here they are, so look at those. Very exciting. And I have to say, in many ways, this is kind of, in some ways, kind of a moment of arrival. Everyone that's been watching this channel knows that, the current, let's say, chapter I am in my bespoke journey is in a chapter of dropping down that bespoke quality down from my formal suits, my suits, my dress shoes, my Oxfords. Lord knows how many pairs of black cap toe Oxfords I have, but dropping that quality standard down into, I don't want to say, everyday life, because every moment is special, but dropping it down into my, let's say, everyday or slightly more casual wardrobe. One of the true beauties of bespoke is the product. The journey, of course, is incredible. The people you meet, the craftsmanship that goes into it. But at the end of the day, what it is that is where one truly enjoys that bespoke experience is in actually wearing it. It's the product. And so whenever you're wearing something that's bespoke, it feels better, it's more comfortable, you feel better, you look better. And so that is the true joy of bespoke, is actually using it. Whenever people, talk to me about their first bespoke commission, it inevitably kind of ends up at them saying that, it's so nice and, so much work and money went into it that I can't bear myself to wear them out. And I can't tell you how many people that I've encountered that have, echoed that sentiment. And I always respond by encouraging them to forget about that and to really make a point to push through that hesitation and to wear and enjoy what it is that they had made. Even if it's your only pair of black bespoke cap toe Oxfords or your only bespoke jacket, wear it like everything is like that, because the only way that you truly enjoy that product is by wearing it. It's just simply better. I don't know how to say it. Unless you've experienced it, it's something hard to communicate. But once you get used to that quality standard in your formal clothing, like your formal suits and your Oxfords and your black shoes and maybe some derbies, right? You get used to that. And then you begin to realize how, not well made everything else in your wardrobe might be. And so being able to take that quality standard and drop it down to successively broader layers of your lifestyle, to me, is really the moment of arrival. The moment that you wake up on a Saturday or you're on vacation, you roll out of bed at the beach, and everything that you put on is something that's been made for you, right? And so that was kind of the idea here with these chukka boots. Again, if it was my first commission, I probably would have chosen something formal. But at this point, I've got, well over a dozen, if not over 2 dozen bespoke shoes, and I want to take that quality standard down everywhere, into every corner, nook, and cranny. And one of those nooks or crannies that had been certainly left open was that of my Weekend Warrior Chukka boot, and here we have it. So this is a beautiful boot. I mean, again, great, nice, supple suede, beautiful toe shape. I mean, it has all those hallmarks of a bespoke shoe that you would expect, right? You know, the hand stitching, right? We've got some beautiful little beading right here that gives this detail a little bit of visual dimensionality to it, right? The beautiful kind of fudging along the welt, the beautiful polishing of the welt, right? But as you see, whenever I turn this shoe over, it doesn't have the leather outsole that you would expect. It doesn't have the leather edge and heel that you would expect. And this was actually a very deliberate decision that I made in commissioning this piece, which I have Dominic Casey to thank me for. Right, back during COVID, you'll remember some of the videos that we did with Dominic Casey exploring a variety of kind of varied topics. And one of them went to the Duke of Windsor and his shoe collection. And Dominic was able to find an old archival photograph from the Duke of Windsor's closet. And in that photograph, at the bottom of his wardrobe, because it wasn't a closet, it really was an armoire, you could see the Duke of Windsor's shoes. Now, you would certainly expect at that time, really, all of his shoes were being made bespoke. I mean, for one reason, you know, up until really, you know, the mid 20th century, everything would have had to have been handmade because you really didn't have the industrialization of the footwear industry yet. And two, he was the Duke of Windsor. So of course he was having everything made bespoke. And in that photograph was a really interesting pair of shoes that was made with a rubber outsole, which Dominic's point was saying was a little bit of a surprise because one would think that if you were the Duke of Windsor, right, you know, an icon of fashion and style, having everything made bespoke, that all of your bespoke shoes, even your casuals, would be made with leather outsoles. And the point is that that wasn't the case. Actually, his casuals, some of his ones that he would wear out, were made with rubber outsoles. So that sparked the idea of that first pair of casuals that Dominic Casey made for me. It was those pebble grain, light brown pigskins with the rubber outsole. And I have to say, those shoes have gotten so much mileage, it's embarrassing. I mean, I feel bad because those shoes have been abused. They've been taken places that no pair of bespoke shoes should ever be taken. I mean, I've gone hiking in them, I've gone to the beach in them, I've flown in them. I mean, I've worn them everywhere. And you can really actually begin to see that wear on the bottom of the outsole of it just being worn through. It probably needs to be replaced, to be honest. But one of the things that I really discovered in that exercise was, one, the great joy of having a casual piece that's made bespoke to wear, and two, the value and the purpose that a rubber outsole can actually bring to a pair of bespoke shoes. So whenever I was commissioning this pair of shoes from Adam Law, you know, I kind of teased the idea of a rubber outsole and what he thought about that. And Adam, of course, was quite open to that idea. And here we have it, these Chukka boots with a rubber outsole. Now, what's important to point out is that this isn't, you know, one of those commando outsoles. That's, you know, I don't even know what they're called. What is it? The Vibram kind of commando soles. I mean, you see some boots, some dress boots even being made with these army boot outsoles that I think, you know, I would never wear. And two, you know, really are out of place or unbalanced for a shoe like this. Maybe that's the point. But what I like about this rubber outsole, and it took Adam a little bit of work to find it, is that even though it's rubber, it is completely balanced to the shoe itself. The thickness, you know, isn't exaggerated. From a distance, you would never know that it was a rubber outsole. It is a dressy rubber outsole. And so it works perfectly. That's what I like, is that, you know, this is a pair of boots that if it's raining, right, I can waterproof them with some Saphir Super Invulner, right? It's got a rubber outsole. I can wear it, you know, through puddles, in the rain, and not be that worried about it. Now, again, if it was pouring, I probably would still be concerned, right? Because it is a handmade pair of bespoke shoes. But again, a little bit of water, a little bit of sand, you know, having a rubber outsole really actually does have a performance difference. But let's open these up. I just want to show you the detail of the shoe tree because, again, that's one of the details that is really important. Now, in a pair of bespoke Cleverleys, it's not really a bespoke shoe tree, right? It's a nice shoe tree, but it's not a bespoke one that's fully lasted. And here we see, again, a fully bespoke shoe tree. Again, we have the branding here, Adam Law. I would guess that these are being made in the United Kingdom. And again, the benefit of a shoe tree like this, of course, is that it is what helps protect the shape of your shoe. So you've been wearing it for a long time, right? All day, right? It becomes creased. The leather becomes a little bit softer with the perspiration from your foot. And so at the end of the day, really the first thing you need to do is put a pair of shoe trees in your shoes so that moisture disappears and they can dry without any creasing. So there we have it, my Bespoke Chukka boots from Adam Law. I couldn't be more thrilled to receive these. Watch the full series with Adam. You can see the commissioning piece and him taking measurements. You can see the video with him doing bespoke fitting. And then finally, we have the completed shoes right here that I can't wait to wear out. But I can't wait to add these to my wardrobe. Adam, thank you for the incredible work. If you're interested in a new pair of bespoke shoes or exploring new makers, take a look at Adam Law's website, his Instagram. He is one of London's newest independent shoemakers. He, although as new as an independent shoemaker, is a veteran in the industry, having been making bespoke shoes for well over 30 years. He is one of the most tenured, and of course he comes from a tradition from Cleverly that is very unique and very distinct within that industry in terms of doing a beautiful, kind of fashion-forward, slightly more, stylized shoes, I guess. So there you have it. Take a look at Adam Law. Take a look at our videos. Of course, I'm Kirby Allison. And as you all know, I love to help the well-dressed acquire and care for their wardrobes while exploring the world of quality, craftsmanship, and tradition. If you haven't visited KirbyAllison.com, take a moment to do so. Of course, it's how you support this channel and the content that we film. And there you'll find the largest collection of luxury garment care and luxury shoe care accessories in the world, as well as other great clothing accessories for the well-dressed, like this sovereign grade grenadine tie, pocket square, over-the-calf dress sock, cigar accoutrement, and so much more. I'm Kirby Allison, and thanks for watching.